Hey everyone, Hallie here. Today I'm going to be doing a book review over the Henna Wars by Adiba Jaigodar and a makeup look inspired by the cover. I really love this book and I'm really excited to get started. The Henna Wars is about a 16-year-old Bengali girl, Nishat, who is living in Ireland and has lived there since about elementary school, but we still see that she's very connected to her culture and finds herself wishing she could go back to Bangladesh. The book starts off at a Bengali wedding for a bride named Sunny Apu, and Nishat and her sister Preeti are two of the bridesmaids. And we see a lot of Nishat's internal monologues, and we find out here that Nishat is a lesbian, and she is kind of hoping that she'll someday be like Sunny Apu, happily married, and it starts making her kind of think about her future and coming out to her parents. The wedding is where Nishat meets her love interest, Flavia Santos, and Flavia went to primary school with Nishat. However, she, I think, left Ireland and then came back and is now going to be going to Nishat's all-girls Catholic school. One thing I did really like about the book itself, not just the story and the characters, is that the author provided a content warning in the beginning of the book, which I haven't seen before in any books that I've read, even when there are extreme content warnings. So before you read this book, just letting you know that the trigger warnings or content warnings are racism, homophobia, bullying, and a character being outed. Content warnings in books are definitely things that should be normalized so people know what they're getting into when they're reading, and know whether or not this book is for them. So I wanted to talk about each of the characters, our main character being Nishat. She is kind of finding herself when we begin the book. Not in terms of sexuality, she knows confidently that she's a lesbian, but she kind of gives me the feeling that she doesn't really know like her place in the world. So we see her definitely trying to figure herself out, what her future is going to be, what she wants to do. She does come out to her parents at the beginning of the book, around, I want to say, 30 pages in, and they don't take it well. It's not angry or violent, but it's cold and detached. So we do see Nishat suffering because she is unable to connect with her parents anymore. They're kind of ignoring her, especially her mother, until it goes away. They do talk to each other, and Nishat overhears them saying that it is a phase. Next, we have Preeti, who is Nishat's younger sister. She's only younger than her by about a year, and she is basically Nishat's best friend. She's just like the sweet, kind of supportive sister. She knew that Nishat was a lesbian before Nishat came out to her parents, and she supports her and loves her. Most of the book are scenes between Nishat and Preeti, and it's really nice to see that connection and acceptance from a family member after coming out as a lesbian. We see that Preeti is the more outspoken, popular, extroverted sibling, while Nishat kind of tends to seclude herself, and they're basically two sides of the same coin. Flavia is very outspoken, and we see that she has no qualms with kind of making friends. She's extroverted and fun and bouncy and lively. Nishat meets her at the wedding and immediately finds herself enamored with Flavia, just because she's nice and fun and pretty. Nishat has not yet figured out herself and her sexuality, what she feels for girls and boys, but by the end of the book she realizes that she is bisexual. Next we have Chyna, who is Nishat's greatest enemy. Chyna is the popular girl and the mean girl. Nishat used to be friends with her when they were kids. However, once Chyna kind of found her place among the popular crowd, she made up rumors about Nishat, that Nishat's father's restaurant gave people digestive issues, which is racist, obviously. Nishat's father runs a restaurant that serves Bengali food. Some other characters we see are Chyna and Jess. These two are Nishat's best friends, but they're not that close with her. They're more close to each other, and Nishat doesn't really feel a connection with them that makes them very close. They don't know that Nishat is a lesbian. They don't know that she has a crush on Flavia, and they're just kind of her acquaintances, I'd say. Hey! The plot of the book centers around Nishat's business class. Her professor gives them all an assignment that they have to create their own business and profit off of it, keep the business ideas and their customers, the money. Whoever has the best business idea and most profit and most success is the winner, and they get $1,000 cash prize. So obviously this is something that they all want to win, and all the students are basically excited about. When I end your bloodline, then you'll see. What are you doing? For the business project, Nishat decides to do henna. She is just now kind of teaching herself. She taught herself for the wedding they just attended, and she's getting better at it and really enjoys it. And she pairs up with Jess and Chyna at first, but then they decide they want to do something different, and Nishat is kind of heart set on doing the henna. What happens and why the book is called The Henna Wars is Flavia and Chyna decide to partner up because they're cousins, and they decide to do henna as well, even though it is not a part of their culture at all. And this really makes Nishat uncomfortable, and she realizes that it's cultural appropriation and racism, considering Chyna doesn't really care about their culture, and she spread rumors that the Bengali food was giving people digestive issues. So Chyna's basically picking and choosing what parts of Nishat's culture she likes and exploiting them. So Nishat kind of starts seeing it as like a war. Like, who's gonna win? This sets in motion attempts by both sides to sabotage each other and try and beat each other. And we do see Nishat struggling with this and her feelings for Flavia together, because they're confusing her, since she's mad that Flavia is appropriating her culture while also still being attracted to her because she's kind and fun. The Henna Wars is a really, really great read, and I do think it is a good book for children. It is definitely written for ages, I'd say 12 and up, even 11. There's no sexual content. It's purely just a teenager kind of having feelings about her culture and her sexuality, and the romance is really cute. I did give the Henna Wars 5 stars, and I think everyone that reads it would really enjoy it if you're into kind of rivals to lovers. Just a cute little fast read.
Got a delivery.
It's books.
I know.
I did not notice any flaws reading the Henna Wars. However, if I did, it would still not be my place to say them or complain about it, because this is a book for lesbians and Bengali women, Bengali teens. So if I had any complaints, I'd keep them to myself, but I don't. I really think this is such a cute read, and I loved it a lot. It's definitely one of my new favorite standalones, especially if you're in a reading slump. I definitely think the Henna Wars could get you out. It is just a super quick read. I read it in 2 days, and I think you'll all really like it. Alright, so this is the final look. We have the light pink on the lid for most of the cover. I took this like scarlet orangey color and put it in the crease. I'm not sure if you can tell, but that is brown eyeliner, just for the rest of the colors on the cover, as well as brown underneath my eyes. And then I took the white right here and put it in my waterline. And I just thought freckles would look really cute with this. And then I put on just some lip gloss with lined lips, and that is the look. I will do another review next week, and I will see you then.